right, we got these two bad boys in the house. This is the Venus Laowa 33mm F0.95 and the 25mm F0.95. And today we're going to do a comparison video between the two. Let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to talk about these two Argus lenses right here and do a comparison between the two Laowa lenses from their Argus line. I would like to say special thanks goes out to Laowa for sending this over for me to make this comparison video. I don't get to keep it, and it's going back as soon as I'm done this review. Like I said, we got the 33mm versus the 25mm. Both are f0.95 lenses, and so there's plenty of tone to go around. The 33mm is a 50mm full frame equivalent focal length, and the 25mm is 37.5 in full frame term, but you can either round it up or down to 35 or 40. For me, I view it as a 35mm full frame equivalent lens to make it easy. So I was using the Argus 33mm the other day with the Fujifilm X-H2, and I forgot how good this lens is. The images I got were so good. They were so sharp, wide open, and they can resolve a 40 megapixel sensor so well. I had no issues with the image breaking down whatsoever. Obviously, with the 33mm, you're going to get a little more reach and a little bit more compression. And at f0.95, oh man, it's so good, man. It's so buttery smooth. And if you can nail that focus, you're going to get a sharp image right in the center at f0.95. It's crazy how sharp this is. The 25mm f0.95 can do exactly the same thing, but just at a wider focal length, which means you can incorporate more background for context and story. And having a wide shot with a bokeh is a pretty cool look. I do like the look because it reminds me of a full frame 3D pop whenever I use it. Sometimes I forget that this lens can do that because I'm not expecting a 25mm focal length to produce any sort of shallow depth of field, especially one that is on the APS-C sensor. So it's really good that this lens can produce some good quality bokeh for any of you guys that like that sort of stuff. And again, both lenses produce the same signature Argus look with contrast, the colors, the sharpness, the bokeh. It seems to be consistent on both lenses according to my eye. I've tried other f0.95 lenses and I would have to give the sharpness to the Argus lens lineup. It's crazy. Whoa, what happened there? Whoa. So I tried other f0.95 lenses and I would have to give the sharpness to the Argus lens lineup. It's crazy how stupid sharp it gets when you nail focus at f0.95. It just surprised me because I'm thinking like, wait a minute, this must be stopped down to like an f2.8 or something. I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me. And because both of the lenses are f0.95, that means that you can get some good low light shots without having to raise the ISO higher, which in turn will introduce noise into the image. So what's the difference between the two lenses? So what's different are the flares when the sun hits the lens. When the light hits the lens, the 33mm produces this big red flare. Some of you guys may like this characteristic, some may not. So at the end of the day, it's all up to your preferences. I find it looks cool in some shots and other times I don't. So for me, it's honestly how I'm feeling on that day. You also get a slight loss of contrast when the sun hits the lens. So just be mindful of that when you're outside shooting with the 33mm f0.95. The 25mm f0.95, however, does have the red flare characteristics, but it's more controlled. It's not as big as the 33mm. So if you're not a fan of that big red flare on the 33mm, the 25mm is your best option. Now let's look at the build quality. Both of these lenses are built very well. As you already know, I put Laowa at the top of the food chain when it comes to third-party lens manufacturer for the Fujifilm X-mount. They are built very well and has such a nice premium feel to it. Metal construction with the signature blue ring to let you guys know that this is indeed the Argus branding, which I love, by the way. I know this is a vanity thing because at the end of the day, it just comes down to performances, but let's just take a moment and admire the aesthetics of these two lenses, which I am a fan of. And you put the lens hood on these two lenses and you get like these just two beautiful lenses. These two sexy ass motherfuckers. Both are similar in size and in weight, and both use the 62mm filter thread. Now these lenses are bigger than the Fujifilm f2 lenses that some of you guys are accustomed to. So if you're one to complain about the weight, these lenses are not it for you because they are quite chunkier than the f2 lenses. I'm going to put the XF 33mm beside the two Argus, and then I'm going to put in the Voigtlander 23mm F1.2 for the size comparison differences. And you can see, and as you can see, the Laowa lenses are just chunky all around, and the Voigtlander lenses are in the similar size of the F2 lenses. So you guys can use this as a reference. The one key difference in build between the 25 and the 33mm is the fact that the 25 Argus has a declicked and clicked feature for your aperture. The 33mm does not have that. What this allows you to do is essentially feel your aperture changing to a different f-stop, as opposed to the non-declicked from the 33mm where it's a smooth throw to change your aperture. So as a photographer, I actually like the clicked and declicked feature. Because of that tactile click, my brain will register that that's a signal that I've changed the aperture. And another thing is the focus throw is also longer on the 33mm F0.95 over 25mm. It almost feels like you are contorting your wrist to get to the other side. The 25mm F0.9 manual focusing throw is at a much shorter distance. And at the end of the day, I think both lenses are great. They have a great image quality, they have decent sharpness, wide open, beautiful dreamy bokeh, and they are built like tanks. You can actually hurt someone with this and use it as a weapon. There's like seriously some heft to this right here. Like here, I'll show you. Like, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, don't do that, don't do that. I just gave myself a concussion. For you guys. I did it for you. So subscribe to my channel, please. It'll probably make me feel better. And I love you long time. It's hard for me to choose between the two because I can see where I would use the 25 and where I would use the 33mm. The 33mm f0.95 comes in at $449 and the 25mm f0.95 comes in at $549 as of this recording. So what are your thoughts? Do any of you guys shoot with the Laowa Argus lenses or do any of you guys shoot with Laowa lenses in general? I'm curious to know what your experiences is like with Laowa. Personally, I like both these lenses, but I think the 25mm f0.95, I think I like the 25mm just a little bit more because of that declicked and clicked feature. And I also do like shooting with the 25 at f0.95 because it just produces that full frame look that I certainly like. And again, special shout out goes out to Laowa for loaning me these two lenses to play with and for me to do this comparison video. So please check out their website for updated prices on these two lenses. It may have changed by the time this video is out. So I'll leave the links to them down in the description below if you guys are interested. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, guys, do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. It'll help the channel out. I got more Fuji content coming your way. And as always, my name is Tongue and I'll see you in the next video. I love you. Korean heart?